And what we love about Viero is that we can create anything that a bride is looking for with our Viero designers. So if you're looking for a certain fabric on the silhouette of another dress, or you want to add straps, or you want to change a neckline, or you want to change a fitted gown that you really like here into a ball gown, we can do all of those custom changes. Viero is known for their craftsmanship. Every gown is hand-beaded and detailed, and they're all made in our atelier in Europe.
Welcome back to the ROCC Pod, produced for the Royal Oak, Michigan Chamber of Commerce. I'm John Gay from Jag and Detroit Podcasts.
And I'm Lisa Bibby with Century 21 Northland.
Love is in the air today as we have with us from Viero Bridal, Grace Milligan and Michelle Mengele. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Welcome.
Hi, John. Hi, Lisa. Thank you so much for having us on.
Yes, thank you so much. We're so excited to be here.
So, Michelle, I am a huge fan of Hawaii, and honestly, I'm a little jelly right now. We were talking about the fact that you moved to Hawaii for some time. So tell me all about how warm it was, how much sunshine there was, all the greenery. Tell us more.
Oh, it was awful.
Best answer ever.
So in my late 20s, I had lived in Michigan my entire life and was craving a little bit of change. So I sold my house, I sold my car, and I took a leap of faith.
Wait, can I back you up just a second? You said you were in your 20s and you sold your house.
Yes.
I just want to say that's huge. Awesome. Congratulations. Most 20-year-olds do not own their own home. And as a realtor, I caught that, and that's amazing.
Thank you.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's quite all right. So I moved 4,400 miles away with really just a leap of faith. And I had just, the most awful apartment right on the beach with a commute to work right along the beach. And I worked at the Waikiki Aquarium while I was living there. And it was just the most incredible experience of my life. There's a lifestyle in Hawaii that they have the aloha spirit that I was really able to capture and bring back with me when I came back to Michigan.
You'll have to talk with Kurt from Kurt's Customs too. He's a big aloha spirit here.
He's generally in the Hawaiian shirt when you come to one of our morning coffees.
I love that. You gotta, you just gotta have the island style every now and again. Just slow down, enjoy life, and think about what really matters to you. That's really what Hawaii is all about.
Lisa and I have both vacationed in Hawaii a number of times, and especially as we record this on January 13th, and I'm looking out my window, it's snow falling right now.
Yes, it's days like today where I'm like, oh man, I would really like to be on the beach right now.
All right, as much as we would like this to be the Waikiki podcast, we are going to move on. And Grace, I want to move over to you. I know you have a passion for thrifting, upcycling, sustainable fashion. Have to ask, what is the coolest find you've pulled while thrifting?
I honestly think that if you look hard enough, you will find an amazing find every single thrift trip. But I have found an amazing fur jacket, real fur, for like $2. I jumped into a bin, my feet were up in the air, digging through these bins, and I found this amazing fur coat. So I think that has to be one of my best finds.
Macklemore's playing in my head. You want to pop some tags, right?
Oh my God, that's like the best song ever. So everybody loves weddings. And I'd love to talk a little bit more about your company, Viero Bridal. Let's start at the beginning. What does Viero mean?
So Viero is the Ukrainian word for faith.
Is that either one of your backgrounds, or is that you kind of joined up with the company?
No, our creative director, though, she is Ukrainian.
Okay, so tell me about how you got started. There are several flagship stores. Tell me a little bit about the business, how it got started, and how the two of you got involved.
Viero has been around for about 10 years. Our creative director opened the first flagship in Chicago about a decade ago, and since then, they've expanded. We have a total of 5 flagships, and we are the newest flagship.
Only one in Michigan?
Yes.
Nice. Well, in a past life, I used to actually design fashion, and I'm obsessed with evening gowns, dresses, wedding dresses, all of that. So which designers do you
hang
carry?
on, Lisa. I got to interrupt you here. I've been doing this podcast with you for 3 years, and I feel like it's like unpeeling an onion here. I feel like every time I sit down with you, I learn something more about you.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we'll have to talk after.
I'm sorry. Go ahead with your question.
Yeah. So which designers do you guys carry?
So we carry 2 designers in store. We carry our home brand, which is Viero. She is a Ukrainian designer. And what we love about Viero is that we can create anything that a bride is looking for with our Viero designers. So if you're looking for a certain fabric on the silhouette of another dress, or you want to add straps, or you want to change a neckline, or you want to change a fitted gown that you really like here into a ball gown, we can do all of those custom changes. Viero is known for their craftsmanship. Every gown is hand-beaded and detailed, and they're all made in our atelier in Europe. Now we carry another designer as well, who is also a Ukrainian designer, and they've also been established for a decade, and that designer would be Milla Nova. Milla Nova is kind of taking the world by storm right now, and so we are very fortunate that we carry the exclusive partnership with them in the state of Michigan.
Wow, that sounds exciting. So I know I'm not getting married anytime soon, but I really want to just come in and try on dresses all day.
Yeah, we like to get into the dresses as well and play dress up.
Oh, I could only imagine. That's like the best afternoon ever.
Well, this leads me into our next question because, I mean, aside from when my wife was binge watching Say Yes to the Dress before we got married almost 10 years ago, I kind of have it in my head of what it would be like to go to an appointment just from her being on the couch watching that show so much. How much of that is reality versus what does it look like when someone actually walks into your store?
So that's a great question. And I feel like a lot of people come into our store with that expectation. So what's going to set us apart from a show like that is that we are by appointment only. And the reason why is because we only do one-on-one appointments. So when you come in for your appointment, which is free, you can expect to have one-on-one individualized service with Grace and I. You have access to our full floor of gowns. You can touch them, you can interact with them, and take a really good look at the craftsmanship that goes into each and every one of their gowns. When you come in, we will measure you. So we will measure a bride's bust, waist, and hips so we can make sure the gown fits her perfectly, as well as any other details that may be pertinent to her gown. One thing that Grace and I have really adopted when we first opened up this flagship back in June, a bride had called us fairy godmothers.
Ah,
And in our time in the past 7 months that this flagship has opened, Grace and I really try to emulate that experience for every bride that walks into our door. So we want to make sure every bride feels beautiful and empowered, and that we're just building on to the beauty and assets, so to say, that she already carries. So we are here for the fairy godmother experience.
Making dreams come true is what we say.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. So do you have any suggestions for brides thinking about planning their wedding? And when is the best time for them to start planning?
Our ordering times, we suggest that our brides are ordering at the latest 8 months out. That is because our dresses take 6 months to produce and then be shipped back to the United States after being made in Europe. And then so other suggestions as well, we suggest bringing an encouraging support system.
that's important. The encouraging support system, not the judgmental mother-in-law. I'm stereotyping. I'm sorry.
Certainly, yes, we get a plethora of dynamics come through our doors.
So I have a random question for you. What happens since it is, about a year long since the time that they order the dress? So I know for me, for instance, my sister got married and I had gotten fitted for a bridesmaid's dress. And then this is way long time ago, I got a job doing landscaping and I grew all these muscles. So we just decided to try our dresses on the night before the wedding, and mine did not fit. And it was so last minute. I had flown in, like there was nobody was open, and I literally had to get like cloth napkins from our dinner that evening and cut inserts so that I could get into my dress. So curious for you guys how you handle that if it's something where, you know, your body shape changes a year later. Do you have on location alterations that they can accommodate?
We do not have on-site alterations. So in cases like this, of course, our bodies change as women. So what we would recommend to brides is that when you are ordering your gown, whether it's 12 months, 8 months out, order in the size that you are right now. Because you can always take a dress in, but it's going to be a little bit more challenging to take a dress out or to make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, and you do not want a wedding dress with napkins sewn in.
No, you do not.
Oh my gosh, like that's another layer of the onion, Lisa. It's something else I learned about you today.
Yes. Welcome to the onion.
That actually makes a lot of sense because I remember, look, this isn't just a gender thing. My wife and I were really both trying to lose weight before our wedding. So yeah, a lot easier if you're successful than if you set some crazy goal of, you know, I'm taking in this much because I'm going to lose 50 pounds before my wedding. And well, that's not realistic for most people.
Yeah. And you know, we have had brides who have done that successfully, and they come in and they're excited to have a dress that's 6 sizes too big. They're like, I planned for this. Don't worry about it. Don't put that extra pressure on yourself. Planning a wedding, as beautiful as an event that it is very stressful too. And we're not always sure how we're going to carry that stress into our bodies. So don't put that extra pressure on yourself. Just order where you're at now and then work with your alteration specialist afterwards to get it all those little nips and tucks that you may need.
And a reminder for all the ladies out there, you are so beautiful as you are, and the men do not care. Like we as women, we put that pressure on ourselves and each other, but the men don't care. So yeah, whatever size you are, get a dress that fits and don't put that pressure on yourself.
Yes.
Makes sense. I also want to ask about timing because I'm kind of glad we're talking to the both of you here in mid-January. I feel like this is the time of year where a lot of folks have gotten engaged over the holidays or May coming up on Valentine's Day. Is there a seasonality as you look at the calendar month by month?
Yeah, definitely. So if your wedding is in the summer and you're ordering a gown that is made to order, such as one of ours, we're going to have the busy season being the holidays, you know, I'd say November through February. Those are our busy seasons. So make sure to check with whoever you're booking an appointment with to see if they have availability for you.
Excellent. And I do have to say, your wedding DJ is very important. And I say this because I was for a hot minute a wedding DJ myself. And so
talk about an onion.
But yeah. Make sure you are comfortable with your wedding DJ, and a good wedding DJ will listen to you, and the good wedding DJ will also be your sort of default master of ceremonies, day of event planner if you don't have one. The wedding DJ thing is very important to your evening.
Oh yeah, music sets the tone for the whole reception, you know? You have to have a good DJ.
I'm not a wedding DJ anymore, but I used to be. But speaking of that, do you have a referral program for wedding vendors?
Yes, we do actually. So vendors can work with us, and if they suggest a bride comes in and they buy a dress, we will write them a check.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So florists, photographers, DJs, anyone, venue rental spaces, just refer the brides to us. And there's room for all of us in this industry, you know, so we want to show our token of gratitude for sending brides to us.
I love that collaboration.
Yeah, and that also goes for Viero brides. So if a Viero bride refers another bride to us and they purchase with us, we will also send the referring bride a check as well as a token of gratitude.
Look at you two are cutting checks left and right.
I know, it's amazing. So we're always looking for new trends. And what is the style of dress that everybody is dying to have right now?
I would definitely say one of my personal favorites and something that's been very popular these past few months was definitely a basque waist gown, which is a form of a drop waist where it's like a V waist. It's very flattering. It looks good on every single bride that puts on a dress that with a basque waist.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, another trend that we're noticing are pearls. Everyone wants pearls on their gowns right now. So that's been incorporating into bridal fashion a lot, and it's honestly very beautiful. It's very romantic.
Oh, I love it. I feel love in the air right now. Who wants to get married?
We'll send them our way.
Yes, absolutely. So we are going to switch things up a little bit. And now it is time for our fishbowl question of the day, where we ask you a totally random question. John?
Okay.
All right, let's take a look here. All right. We are going to get nostalgic on you. Each of you, whoever wants to take it first, what is your favorite concert you've ever been to?
My favorite concert I've ever been to was Justin Bieber's Believe tour when I was 13 years old. I still have the fever, but that was the height of it.
We need to take a temperature quick.
Seriously, no, the Bieber fever lasts forever. And yeah, I went with my friends. We got all the merch. It was the best time of my life.
In my days as a top 40 radio DJ, Justin Bieber was very good for business. And did you judge, what's his wife's name, Haley? Was it Haley Baldwin?
Yes, Haley. We actually have a lot of brides coming and wanting to have a dress that looks like her dress.
If you still have the Bieber fever, were you judging Haley's dress at all when you saw it, or were you pleased with it?
I was pleased.
Okay.
Oh my God.
For me, I love music. It's such a beautiful language. I can't choose. I have about 3 in my head. So I think the most unique concert I've been to is a music festival on a cruise ship. So
Whoa.
all of these people who are interested, it was a Florida Georgia Line. They're a country band. Yeah, cool. So they hosted a cruise with a whole lineup of people, just like any other music festival, but you're on a ship with them this whole time. And so they're playing music throughout the 5 days. We got off on the beach in Mexico and they played music live on the beach, and everyone had the opportunity to kind of live amongst them and also have that really fun cruise ship experience as well.
As I get Facebook targeted ads for 80s and 90s themed cruises, I can understand the dynamic and how that will be fun. But that is ironic considering the title of Florida Georgia Line's biggest hit song.
Cruise, right? And so that was what the cruise was actually named, was Cruise.
The cruise.
The cruise. Yeah, it was an incredible experience.
We've gone very meta in this conversation.
I love it.
If you know, you know.
I want to thank you both for coming on the ROCC Pod today. If folks are interested in setting up that customized high-end two-on-one experience where they're going to meet with you as the consultants at Viero Bridal, what are the best ways to find you?
Great question. So we're available on Instagram. That's where we reach a lot of our brides. So our tag is Viero Bridal _Michigan. And then they can also book appointments for free at VieroWeddingDresses.com. Or just give us a call. It's 947-224-8407.
Well, thank you guys for coming in. My name is Lisa Bibby, and I'm a realtor with Century 21 Northlands, and I put the real back in realtor. We want you to love where you live. Questions about buying or selling your home? Thinking about getting married and combining homes? Call my cell at 248-981-3610. My website is soldbylisab.com, and you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram at Sold by Lisa B. Let's connect.
That was good, Lisa. I can't turn a wedding into a podcast, so that would be too much of a stretch. So my name is John Gay. I am with Jag in Detroit Podcast. If you have any questions about podcasts or you have a New Year's resolution to start a podcast in 2025, you can certainly find me at jagindetroit.com or on any social media at Jag in Detroit. We want to thank you for listening to this episode of the ROCC Pod, produced for the Royal Oak, Michigan Chamber of Commerce. For more information about the Royal Oak Chamber and Chamber events, you can visit royaloakchamber.com. Thanks, everyone.